Ministry of Home Affairs on Saturday has sent our latest guidelines in which it said all activities will be relaxed in phased manner outside contaminated zones. Within contaminated zones, the lockdown restrictions will continue till June 30. In the first phase, starting June 8, some activities will be opened, including religious places, hotels, restaurants, other hospitality services, and shopping malls. A Ministry of Home Affairs statement said that Ministry of Health and Family Welfare will issue standard operating procedures for the above activities in consultation with the central ministers or departments concerned and other stakeholders for ensuring social distancing and to contain the spread of COVID-19. In the second phase, schools, colleges, educational or training or coaching institutions, etc. will be opened after consultation with states and union territories. Based on the feedback, a decision on the reopening of these institutions will be taken in July. In the third phase, based on the assessment of the situation, dates for restarting of activities including international air travel of passengers, except as permitted by Ministry of Home Affairs, metro rails, cinema halls, gymnasiums, swimming pools, entertainment parks, theatres, bars, auditoriums, assembly halls and similar places will be decided. The Ministry of Home Affairs also said night curfew will continue and movement of individuals will remain strictly prohibited between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. throughout the country, except for essential activities. Local authorities will issue authorities in the entire area of their jurisdiction under appropriate provision of law. But there will be no restrictions on interstate and interstate movement of persons and goods. No separate permission or approval or e-permit will be required for such movements. However, if a state or union territory, based on reasons of public health and its assessment of the situation, proposes to regulate movement of persons, it will give wide publicity in advance regarding the restrictions to be placed on such movement and the related procedures to be followed. The Ministry of Home Affairs said, movement by passenger trains and Shramik special trains, domestic passenger air travel, movement of Indian nationals stranded outside the country and of specified persons to travel abroad, evacuation of foreign nationals and sign-on and sign-off of Indian seafarers will continue to be regulated as per standard operating procedures issued. It also said no state or union territory will stop the movement of any type of goods or cargo for cross-land border trade under treaties with neighboring countries. In the contaminated zones, only essential activities will be allowed and there will be intensive contact tracing, house-to-house surveillance and other clinical interventions as required. Apart from these, the other directives remains the same, such as face covering, social distancing, limited number of guests in marriage and persons in funeral, and consumption of liquor, pan, gutka and tobacco in public places is prohibited. Some additional directives for workplace include work from home as far as possible, staggering of work or business hours in offices, shops, markets and industrial and commercial establishments, provision of thermal scanning, hand wash, frequent sanitization of entire workplace and all persons in charge of workplace to ensure adequate distance between workers, adequate gaps between shifts, staggering the lunch breaks of staffs, etc.